Jude, how are you? Hi, Schmuck SSS. Also, to kind of clarify what I mean by move abroad, if you see in my description, I talk a little bit about how I live obviously in the States. I don't know. It's been weird because like being back on TikTok, we all know something has changed. First, it was our lives, and I'm assuming that was because of the whole it not being in the App Store thing or whatever. So I guess we weren't allowed to make in-app purchases, which means that, of course, live would be down because you gift people, i.e. an in-app purchase. But it's back on, so I thought it'd be a good time, especially after the inauguration, to talk about, you know, just how he made such a line in the sand as it relates to trans people, queer people, and with this coming administration being more conservative. I'm just kind of over it. And I've been over it for a while. I've been living in this body for a minute. So it's not like it's anything new. Been black all my life in the States. And I recently came out of being unhoused, thankfully. But now it's time for me to really start looking at options abroad. Hey, Ray. Hi, Apple. Hi, Derek. How are you? Hi, Buttercup. Thank you guys for joining the live. We're talking about the inauguration. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Matt. Hi, user with the long at. We're not about to do all that. LaShawn, how are you? Essence of New, how are you? Talking about the inauguration and how it seems as if the new administration is very anti-trans, anti-queer, anti-LGBTQIA+. And with that being said, as someone who's lived, currently I'm in the Midwest, someone who's lived in this body as this type of person for a long time, I'm over it. Been over it for a minute, and now I've made plans and arrangements to take the next steps to try and find something that's better for me in terms of living abroad. Hello, Cassidy. Hi, little man. Hi, y'all. Welcome. Hi, pretty kitty. How are y'all? Welcome to the live. We're talking about the inauguration and just how the coming administration is very anti-trans. It's just so crazy, too. Like, I don't understand when people are so against trans people. One, because they're such a small segment of the population. It doesn't make any sense for you to like, well, I know what sense it makes. It's a way to rally certain types of people, certain, you know, demographics to be like, hey, this is our, you know, our calling card. This is the most pressing issue and matter with everything going on right now. Hi, Miss B. How are you? Hi, Aldi. Hi, Mother First. How are you? Ashley1782. How are you? Hi, Vaughn. But yeah, to be so anti-trans, like, and again, with this being, trans people are such a small segment of the population, but they've had such a huge impact in terms of our rights. Like, that's the thing about our education system being lacking in the way that it is, because you don't understand how much Black queer people, specifically trans women, Black trans women, have helped so many people in marginalized communities get their rights and get to a point where we're at right now where you can even do certain things in this country. But there's no correlation between, you know, the cause and effect of these marginalized identities, trans people, Black trans women who have fought in the front lines for a lot of us to have the civil liberties that we have now. There's just no acknowledgement of them, especially in the history books. They erase all of our, you know, our ancestors in that way, you know, and they pit us against each other, and they use us to, you know, talk about their causes and bring light to their silly grievances, whether it be the pro-lifers or whatever they want to talk about, just to throw trans people under the bus. And I, for one, am done, especially after what was going on with all these weird antics with TikTok being down. It's unnecessary. and I'm done. So if you would like to help, gift whatever. If you don't want to and just want to hang out, that also works. Just like, tap the screen. That helps me too. Tapping the screen helps just as much. Hi, Jay. Hi, Mom Media. Hi, Diana. How is everybody? Where you going? Where you're coming from? Let's get those likes up. Likes and shares. If you can't help in terms of gifting, then definitely tap the screen. Hi, Nadia. How are you? Thank you. Thank you guys for the likes. Likes also help me if you can't give, especially with what's going on right now and everyone kind of being in, you know, not in their bag right now because nobody can be in their bag because the rent is too damn high. Then definitely tap the screen. That helps too. Appreciate you. Hi, Patty. Hi, Morna. What's good? What's up, Brittany? How is everybody doing? Hi, it's Trixie to you. I was talking about how just it seems like with our political landscape right now, and especially with the new president and new administration coming in, it's looking very weird for queer people, for trans people. And if you are an ally and you want to help support in terms of mutual aid, I am currently raising money so that I can get myself about these streets. Hi, Ronald. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Brandon? And if you can't give a gift or anything like that, then make sure you're tapping the screen. That helps me so much. Her, what's up, Vibe and Vixen? What's good? Yes, even if you can't give, totally fine. Not a big deal. But tap the screen. Get the fingies to work so I can push my live out to other people. What's up, Brooke? What's up, Jonathan? We're talking mutual aid. We're talking how the current administration is very anti-trans. It's good to see you. What's up, Roberto? What's up, Miss Clutch, my pearl? Yeah, a lot of what the current the new up-and-coming administration is talking about is just very divisive. It's not bringing people together. It's definitely dividing us, especially dividing the smaller parts of the marginalized communities and identities that we have in the States, where it's unnecessary. There's no need to take such a large stance publicly against trans people. Trans people, again, people who have fought, specifically Black trans people, right, who are at risk of dying every day. Okay, a very marginalized group of people who've helped everybody when it comes to our civil liberties to sit there and be like, I'm anti-trans and there's only two, genders, when there literally is not. Even if you wanted to take out trans people, there is intersex people in alike. Where do I want to move to? I already have a plan of where I want to move to, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it. All right, I'm currently waiting for my visa application to be reviewed and everything. So I'm gonna just keep that to myself, but let's just say I have a plan, okay? And I'm excited about it. But I was just coming on here to see if anybody wanted to help. It's ironic because I'm gonna give you a hint. I might end up being a Kiwi. Kiwi just joined too. What's up? How are you? Man, what's good? Lady Metaverse 1, what's up? Auntie, I don't know what that flag is, but what's good? Money, that's what we're looking for. How are you? We're talking mutual aid, and if you can't give gifts, then definitely tap that screen, you guys. I appreciate all the likes and the love. Make sure you're sharing and liking. We appreciate you. There's other ways you can help and support. It doesn't have to be gifts. It can literally be using your fingies. Get in there. What's up, B-Love? How are you? Brad, how are you doing? How is everybody doing? Where are you from? We're talking about the new administration coming in and taking such a hard stance against trans people, a marginalized community within, our broader community in the States, and how it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to pick on people who already have so much going on. That's like the new administration coming in and be like, I'm anti people who are unhoused. It's like people cannot help especially with a lot of the things going on today, but like to pick on that group of people is so shady, bro. And it says so much because, like, again, I will reiterate, trans people, RIP to Marsha P. Johnson, have helped so many people when it comes to your civil liberties today. We wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for trans people putting their life and their neck on the line to help everybody out. My community, that of the queer community, that of, like, you know, gender non-conforming people, intersex people that exist. Whether or not you want to acknowledge them, just because you say that someone doesn't exist doesn't mean they don't exist. That's crazy. What's up, Ladybug? Get those likes up, you guys. We're almost at 200 likes. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. If you can't give gifts, that's totally fine. No pressure, but make sure you're using those fingies. Even if you're popping in and out, like the live. Use them. You got fingies out here. We back. We back in business. So might as well use them for something good, right? Let's get to 200 likes, you guys. What's up, Helen White? How are you? Where are you guys from? Did anybody actually watch the inauguration? I've just been getting kind of bits and pieces from TikTok, because that's where most of us get our news from anyways. Thank God it's back, because otherwise we wouldn't know what was going on, truly, because I'm not following CNN or Fox News or anything. What's up, Happy Feet? What's up, Blink X? What's up, Stefan like Urkel. But yeah, if you can't give gifts, that's totally fine. But make sure you're tapping that screen, liking things up, using those fingies. We're almost at 200 likes. It takes nothing to just use your fingies, get them likes up. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you had happened to see the inauguration and what you thought. What's up, Gummy Bear 444? How are you? Nay Brown, how are you? Where are you guys coming from? Make sure you're tapping the screen. If you can't give a gift, that's totally fine. Even if you're passing through, say hi. And be like, You know, they make little tools now for you to, like, tap the screen repeatedly, but you don't have to use your finger. I think everybody should buy that, personally. Mutual aid in that way. But yeah, everyone always claims to be an ally when Pride comes around. But here's the time you can help out. You don't even have to give a gift. All I'm asking is for likes. Trying to get up to 10,000 likes tonight. I'm on for the next hour. What's up, Kamai? Is that how you say that? Sandra K, how are you? Ladybug, if you're still in the live, I appreciate you. Let's get those likes up. Clint, what's good? Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you how you're feeling today, especially with everything going on. Ace, how are you? Mel, how are you? Make sure that you are liking the live. We're almost at 200 likes. Thank you guys so much for liking it. Appreciate you. Even if you can't give gifts, that's totally fine. No pressure, but likes are appreciated. Likes and shares. What's good, Ashley? What's up, Blues Boy? Lonnie, Pepper Cat, how are you? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Let me know what's your thoughts on the current administration or the new administration coming in. How are you, Michael? What's good? Everybody who's joined the live, we're talking mutual aid. We're talking about how the new administration has taken a hard stance against trans people for some reason, you know, of all the marginalized communities. And also, again, to reiterate, intersex people do exist. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. I appreciate you. If you can't give gifts, then definitely like, share. Diamond, what's good? Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me how you're feeling. Thank you so much. We are almost at 210 likes. Oh, very nice, very nice. If you can't give a gift, then definitely give your thumbs and your fingies some work. Get some exercise, especially if you've been scrolling. Stop scrolling and start getting them fangies. Tasha, what's good? Danny, how are you? Missy, how are you? If you consider yourself an ally, all I'm asking for is likes right now. If you want to give a gift, we appreciate you. Danny, thank you so much. Lone Wolf, how are you? As a fellow wolf myself, we appreciate you for coming into the live. Danny holding it down. We're almost at 300 likes. We're at 300 likes. I wish that I had my little bullhorn. I used to have Butterfly. What's good? Brenda, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. I used to have like a little like horn, little. I wish I still had one of those. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, if you can't give a gift, then definitely give some likes. Use those fingies. Jasmine, how are you? Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know how you guys are feeling with the new administration coming in. Whether or not you support T-Man. I'm not even going to bother saying his name because I'm not trying to get banned. Raya, how are you? Mel, how are you? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Let me know how you're feeling today. Oh, we're almost at 500 likes. Thank you guys so much. We're trying to get to 10,000 likes. Trying to get more in terms of people coming into the live. How is everybody? Let me know. Thank you. Raya, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Raya, thank you so much. Fine shit. Dream Boy, how are you? Thank you so much. We're talking about the current administration of the new one coming in and how everybody's feeling with inflation and can you feed your family, how you're doing. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking allyship. Neptune, what's good? Speaking of Neptune, is anybody going to be jumping on Neptune when that app comes out? Because I kind of wanted to. I'm not going to lie. It's supposed to be like a crossover between MySpace and TikTok. Like we'll be able to actually... Coco, what's good? Grace, how are you? Let me know where you're coming from. Debbie, how are you? Callie, how are you? Some comments in the have been filtered to protect the community experience. Oh, somebody... Mr. Ali, King Ching, what's good? We're almost at 500 likes, y'all. What's good? Energy 777. Yo, I don't know if you can see this, but I have sevens right here. 7 gang. What is that? Is that 7 gang? 7 gang. Me mentality. Be boop bop. How are you? Let me know. Let me know where y'all are coming from. Let me know how you're feeling today. Did anybody actually watch the inauguration? How have you felt since, like, you know, TikTok's been back? Honey, how are you? 5-star, what's good? Jay, what's good? Tell me where you're coming from, how you're feeling. But yeah, I was talking about how it's crazy to take such a stance against people in such marginalized communities. Obviously, we've been seeing a lot with the new administration talking about how they're opposed to trans rights, which is not new. I mean, it's very conservative. And again, you know, it's crazy. I don't even believe the T-Man when he talks about, like, when it comes to trans people or certain issues. Like, I don't think he necessarily believes it. I think that he just is very in tune with his base, right? So I think he's going to say and do whatever he has to continue to encourage the base to come out. I think that's what it is. I think he likes to be liked, similar to Elon, right? He likes to be liked. And so he's going to say and do whatever, even if it hurts marginalized communities, like trans people. It's crazy. It's insane. But how is everybody's feeling? Did you see the inauguration? Again, if you can't give gifts, I appreciate the likes. Use your fingies. Let me help you out. A little tutorial. 1, 2. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Tell me how you are. Tell me how you're doing. Simon, what's good? Nike, Jordan 23. Terica, Stephen Williams, how are you? Thank you guys for joining the live. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking allyship. We're talking the coming administration with the T-Man. How you feeling? How's inflation hitting you right now? Gilbert, how are you? Danielle, how are you? Simon, what's good? Simon Shabazz. It's a cool name. But yeah, we're talking trans people, talking intersex people, talking allyship. And if you can't give a gift, then give a gift of your fingies. Both of these. Use them right there, like that. Almost to 500 likes. We're trying to get to 10,000. If you can, look, if I know if y'all can pop up into Ash Trevino's live and give my girl Louis V, we can have some allyship up in here, okay? Let me know how you're feeling. How's inflation treating you? How's your job treating you? How do we feel about the next administration coming up? Do we actually feel like it's going to be... I think they're actually, too, they're talking about the ICE raids and stuff in the next couple of days in Chicago and everything. So things are about to get very real. Like, I mean, they've been getting very real. As someone who's recently recovered from being unhoused. Cookie, what's good? Cookie Bureau 923. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know how you're feeling. We're talking about mutual aid. We're talking about trans people, marginalized communities. We're all talking about the fact that y'all managed to spend a lot of y'all gifts on Ash Trevino. My girl was able to buy a Louis V. That's crazy. Emily, how are you? Tell me where you're coming from, how you're feeling. How's inflation got you? Or doesn't, if you're doing good. Also, you know, like, again, it's about positivity too. If you can't give a gift, give the gift of your fingies. Tap the screen. That's how we feeling. Rob, what's good? Thank you for joining the live. Tell me where you're from, what you do, and how you are tonight. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking allyship. We're talking the new administration, and using code words because it seems as if TikTok is very much going to get into the censorship game, which I don't know how I feel about that, if that's the case, because I'm not really with that. But I am excited for Neptune. It's supposed to be coming out in the spring sometime. A new app. It's supposed to be like a combination of like TikTok and MySpace. I think you're supposed to be able to actually kind of design your page a little bit better. If you're in the live, make sure that you're tapping the screen. We are almost to 500 likes. If you're hanging out, make use of those fingies. Like that. Let me know if you need a tutorial. All you gotta do is tap the screen. If you can't give a gift, totally fine. Appreciate you anyways. Let me know where you're coming from. Kisses, Kiss, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. LAGG, thank you for joining the live. Let me know where you're coming from. Tap the screen. Make sure you're getting those likes up. Ask me anything. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking queer, trans rights. We're talking the coming administration. That's good. I'm glad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tiffany. I'm glad that you're doing well. It's good to hear that people are doing well, especially in the States. There's been so much going on. Inglewood, California. Nice. You know what's so interesting about California? I lived there briefly. I was going back and forth between Pasadena and LA for a little bit when I'm a traveling barber, and when I was in Cali, that's where I was mainly. It's so interesting because Cali's very weird in the sense that y'all hood still look like mad magical and like summery and full of beautiful trees and stuff. So you're like, how is anybody sad here? Well, until you get to Skid Row and you realize how many unhoused people. That's crazy. Just thank you for the follow. Yeah, because you come to Detroit, which is where I am, it looks empty. Empty. Star, thank you for joining the live. Thank you guys. We're almost at 500 likes. Kate, thank you for joining the live. Let me know where you're coming from, how you're feeling, especially with the coming administration. We're talking mutual aid. Bridget, what's good? Leah, how are you? Tell me where you're from. But yeah, again, if you can't give a gift, totally fine. What also helps is, you guessed it, using those fingies. Getting it in it. Little bit of that, little bit of tapping the screen. Appreciate you. Anything you can give is very much appreciated. Thank you, Day. Thank you, Justice. Yeah, there we go. Finally. I don't have like my little air horn, but I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get me a little air horn, like a little sign. Thank you guys for the likes. We are almost at 600. We're past 600. We're almost at 1,000 likes, you guys. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Very much appreciated. Beauty for one, thank you so much. Thanks for joining the live. King Cookie, how are you? Artie, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Where are you coming from, Artie? Let me know. Appreciate y'all so much. Any bit of help. Thank you for the shares. Okay. Kiss Ram Stadium. Clippers. Are they building new stadiums again? Washington. Oh shoot. So wait. So that's DC. Is it like the inauguration just happened there, right? Did it already happen? Well, yeah, because they were talking about the clips with homie doing like the salute and everything. It's probably crazy there right now. Seattle area. Okay. It's probably crazy there right now. Seattle area. Okay. So they're built too, like the whole stadium shit. Like, don't like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a thing where the state actually takes on the cost. Thank you guys so much for the likes. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Again, if you can't give a gift, give the gift of using your fingers. You heard it. You guessed it. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Thank you so much, kisses. Appreciate you, Artie. Thank you so much. Seattle in the building. I haven't been to Seattle. Is Seattle the one where it's like always kind of rainy? Thank you so much. Oh, we're almost at 1,000 likes, you guys. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I'm just hanging out. We're chilling. Thank you for the join, Sensei. I didn't see what the first part of the name was. Null, thank you for the likes. How are y'all feeling? Where you from? Especially with the current. Oh, we've reached over 1,000 likes, you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We're just hanging out, talking. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking allyship. Yes, yes. Yo, what's good? Well, thank you so much, Artie, for coming by. Lucy, thank you for joining. Can I come with you? Yes. No, let's look. Let's go. Personally, I'm telling everybody get out. No, for real, man. Thank you, Bushido Sensei. Sensei, thank you so much. And let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. No, I feel you on that, though. I'm trying to get out of here, bro. I have a site presentation tomorrow. My whole group is skipping. Are they skipping to protest? What's up, Lucy? Where are you from? Hell yeah. Black Women Magic. And also to the Black Women Magic and just to allyship and everything else. Black women, a lot of people have decided to sit out, you know, in terms of protests and everything, because Black women specifically are always, Black trans women are always on the front lines helping out. The reason that we have a lot of the civil liberties that they're trying to strip away from us today is because of Black people, Black trans people, Black women. Like, let's for real, like, go up for those people. And if you're in community with Black people, Black trans people, specifically queer people, then make sure you check on those people, because y'all, oh, thank you. Also, we're almost at 2,000 likes. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you can't give gifts, make sure that you're sharing. Make sure that you're liking, using those fingies on the screen. No, I know. But you know what? We got to keep, thank you so much, Jordan, for the badge, and also for the like and for the follow. Yeah, I do believe that we're at a point where people are willing to listen right now, because we're at a point, especially in American history, where you have the coming administration is so divisive and they're really trying to separate us all. But I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's about bringing each other together and really understanding why it is, like, why everybody is the way that they are. Cause and effect, right? Cause and effect. I was blocked when I brought this up in another live. That's messed up. Nobody, and like, unless, like, especially if you're just trying to have conversation. I'm planning my exit. Yes, I've been planning my exodus as well. And people have been, specifically Black people, have been exiting the States for a while, yo. Hey, what's up, Nerdy Bear Studios? What's good, gang? We're talking mutual aid. We're talking how the current administration is being very divisive and wanting to split us all up, wanting to make it so you have all these, you know, conservative people going against trans people and intersex people. Because it's not just about trans people. People always forget there are like, if you want to go to the whole scientific BS, right? There is intersex people. They've existed forever. Two-spirited people have existed forever in multiple indigenous cultures, right? This is not new. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Again, if you cannot give gifts, I very much appreciate just interacting with the content. We're almost at 3K. I'm trying to get to 10K, y'all. That's my goal right now. No, I don't think anybody should be trying to be a martyr. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a long time, I was marching. I was doing protests. You know, I was volunteering. I have a lot of friends in the city of Detroit that are social workers that are out here on the ground, especially when the stuff in peacetime was happening with Gaza and everything. I'm trying to be very careful with my language here, because I don't want to get restricted, because they're being very weird right now with a lot of the restrictions going on. But when a lot of the wars were going on and the protests for that, I had a lot of friends. Thank you guys. Thank you, Honeysuckle. Thank you, Jordan Clark 65. Thank you, Noel, so much for getting those likes up. We're almost at 3K, where I do my little I need to get my horn going. I really do. But yeah, I have a lot of friends who are always been very much trying to build community, especially in Detroit. Like there's tons of trans people, queer people, artists that are on the ground constantly. And I don't believe anyone's going to stop. I think, you know, everyone loves this country because we're all trying to melt together, mend each other, and find a way forward. But at some point, yo, stuff is getting too hard. If I could share my story a little bit, you know, I just came out of being unhoused. I was like on the street. I was living in a fucking, I was living in a storage unit for like 4 or 5 months. Like I just recently got permanent housing, and it was extremely hard. And also, like, I'm lucky enough to where I have a trade where I was able to get my money up pretty fast to find more permanent housing. Thank you guys so much for the 3K. Appreciate you so much. Again, if you cannot give a gift, that's totally fine. I totally understand. A lot going on right now, but the likes are greatly appreciated. But yeah, I just came out from being unhoused myself, and I can tell y'all right now, especially in Detroit, and what trade? I'm a barber. So I'm a barber, and I'm lucky doing hair, y'all. Look, don't let nobody tell you nothing. This hair business, that's, everybody always need a haircut. Everybody, always. Even when I was like, so even when I was working at certain shops, we would even give haircuts and stuff to the homeless and everything just to get them back on their feet so they can get jobs and everything. But yeah, I help people open shops. I used to be a traveling barber before the pandemic happened. Excuse me, hold on. I was a traveling barber for a very long time. And I was able to, you know, work with different companies. Tons of things you can do with a barber cosmetology license. Jordan, Clark, thank you guys so much for getting me. We're almost at 4K. That's see, I knew y'all could do it. Becoming Leslie Journey, thank you so much for liking the live. My bad. The thing needs to be so small, y'all. The thing needs to be so small. But yeah, I was unhoused for a couple months. I was living in a storage unit, and it's so weird to share this story too, because like I'm honestly only a couple months removed. Like, so I'm still even having time. Yo, not Yoni care, not Yoni care. Yes. Come with a cut though. Yes, they are tattoos. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are to honor my ancestors. Anybody who, people always comment on my tattoos, but yeah. I'm a couple months removed from coming out of the stint where I was unhoused, right? And mind you, I was working the entire time, but the way stuff is set up here in Michigan, and mind you, we're in the Midwest, where I remember when I first moved out, when I was like, some years ago, when I had first got my first apartment, it was 2-bedroom, right? Under $1,000 for a 2-bedroom. Now, damn, you'd be lucky if you find a 1-bedroom or a damn studio for $1,000. That's crazy, man. Yes. Yeah, I got kicked out of, I got illegally evicted. And if you go to my page, there's a whole video about it, where me and my roommates got illegally evicted up in East Point after this. We were dealing with this really messed up property management team that was really just trying to kick out everybody on their roster to raise rent prices. Tons of stuff that was wrong with the house. We took them to court. They ended up showing up to the house, right? And mind you, we were trying to move out because we didn't want to live there anymore anyways, just because there was so much going on. Thank you guys for the shares as well. Jean, what's good? Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me how you're doing. With the new administration coming in, we're talking about mutual aid, and I'm sharing my story just about my life and living in the States, and how it's just become so hard to live here and to be a citizen and still keep your dignity, man. Like, being on the street and noticing just how many black folks is on the street. That's the main thing too. That's the thing that I want you to really talk about. It's just, there's tons of black people with mental illness, black people who are veterans on the street. Just, and it's cold as hell right now in Michigan. It's crazy. Like, the stuff that you see outside is wild. And especially in my state, homelessness is definitely on the rise. Bobby Dodds, what's good? We're mutuals. How are you? Thank you guys for joining live. We are almost at 4K. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking people who are unhoused. We're talking about how the new administration is becoming very divisive and wanting to split us all up. Yeah. That's, oh, yo, shout outs to anybody too. who's in Cali right now with the fires. That's wild. You got insurance companies canceling policies. Can y'all do like a class action? What's up? Where am I moving to? So I don't want to jinx it. I said this in the beginning. I don't want to jinx it because I've just recently put in some applications for visas. But I'm gonna give y'all a hint. I might be a Kiwi soon. For those that know. But yeah, trying to get in the Kiwi citizenship, y'all. Yeah, trying to get out of here. Thank you guys for the likes, the shares, the follows. I appreciate you so much. I was talking about how, look, if we can get Astravino a Louis V, we can help me get out this country, y'all. No, move to Thailand, bro. Move to Thailand. If you need an extra push, I need everybody, if you're able to. And I'm telling you, it's with the exchange rate right now. Like, do your research, Glenn. What's good? Do your research, but the exchange rate right now, before they try and tank the dollar and all this other BS that they're doing with crypto and shit, get you a little bit of savings, you know what I'm saying, plan, and then get out this bitch. I'm telling you, because if you save up a couple months, especially for Thailand, man, you have a good little chunk of change to start you off in a new country, man. You still have to. I don't know if look. So I don't. You know, it's funny. I'm not gonna look. I'm not sure if the IRS is watching my live. There's my FBI agent. But what I've been noticing is there's a lot of people, especially my 1099 people who are also under that bracket of what are that? It's contractors and stuff, have been having issues paying their taxes. And unless y'all trying to y'all coming to find me when I leave, I don't think the states, and especially I don't think the IRS has the manpower to come find me for real. Ooh. You can get a plot of land for $5K. Where at? Pay U.S. taxes on top of where country. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to people talking about denouncing their citizenship, but that's another way that they keep you captive here. I don't care. I don't think that anybody's coming for me. I don't think anybody's coming for me. I don't think they have the manpower to come find me when I leave. So, and you know, like I said, I don't know how it's gonna go in terms of power to come find me when I leave. So, and you know, like I said, I don't know how it's gonna go in terms of, you know, could move to a new country, find somebody, become a citizen there, and then renounce my citizenship and have the money to do that. I don't know. You know, we don't know what could happen, right? So I'm not going to put all bets are on the table right now. But again, I don't think that they have the manpower, especially right now. You ever been to Thailand? I've never been to Thailand. Oh, thank you guys so much. We're almost at 4,500. Oh yeah, 4,500 likes. Thank you so much, Gold Coast. Oh, okay, I see. I'm thinking China, honestly. No, dead ass. Yo, okay. Let's talk Shanghai Shu right now, okay? Let's talk Red Book. Little Red Book, little Red Note, okay? I just got out of here. Yeah, we're very much on the decline. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no IRS person coming for me. Whether or not I denounce my citizenship right away when I leave or not, nobody's coming looking for me, okay? But talking about Red Note, speaking of which, I gotta go and get my little pen pal and open my DMs because they really be about it, okay? You want to build real connections and friendships, make a Chinese friend, okay? Make you a Chinese friend, they gonna be with you for life, man, okay? They real. Thank you guys so much for the likes because I got a couple pen pals in my DMs. And they really about it. They're really about it. They're giving everybody a lot of information. They're telling us how it is over there. And I think it's good that you have Americans, especially white Americans, that are able to really see what's going on in other countries. That y'all don't have to live like this. It is too damn hard. The rent is too damn high. We ride at dawn. Thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate it so much. Alex, what's good? Thank you for liking the live. We're almost at 4,500. Again, if you can't give a gift, that's totally fine. I know the rent is too damn high, but get in it with them fingies. Get in there. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me where you would want to, these wonder. And shock. Yeah. It's wild right now. Especially too, You know what irritates me too? Why is Elon Musk here, bro? And also, why is I need France to really get on they stuff, because I know that they're trying to bring a case against him right now. I don't think they'll get him like actually in jail. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll probably get him on some financial stuff though, because they're trying to freeze his accounts. Shook, also black culture. Yes, they are. I will say though, on Red Note, they get a little weird though with the black culture in the the Chinese people who be like having like full on perms and box braids. It's been getting wild. But you know what I will say? Compared to the feta folks that be over here like doing box braids and like, you know, going to the crazy braiders who be half-assing their stuff because we're trying to, you know, gatekeep. They really be about it. They at least, some of them will at least pay homage. And at this point, especially when it comes to Black American culture, the gates is open, you know? Aw. Yeah, they're very sweet. The people on Shanghai Shu are so sweet. They real, though. They really bad. Like I said, I got to go over there and read my DMs because my pen pal, I was like, my bad, bro. Because they will send you messages. There's a creator on here talking about something. Look, y'all need to relax, okay? I need to sleep. We in different time zones, okay? They be really about it. Every time I go into my my little red book, I check my DMs. I got like 20 plus DMs, okay? And here on TikTok, y'all don't really be about them DMs, y'all. What's good? Thank you for joining the live. Let me know where you're at, how you're feeling with the new with the inauguration that just happened with the new coming administration. We're almost at 5K, y'all. Come hang out. I speak some Chinese. I don't wear box braids. They do. Yeah, they do definitely appreciate the culture, I feel like. I mean, it's better. Like I said, it's better than some people, especially in the States. When you get the whites who be wearing box braids and got no idea. I think they're very the educational system in China is top notch. I'm constantly seeing those videos of Chinese kindergartners like sewing and like double dribbling. I'm like, y'all wildin'. Yeah, I do, especially because they have, what is it? They have such a, what's the word, homogenous culture, so it's just them over there. Not to mention, like, there's a higher rate of like of women, so like the male to women ratios off. So you don't even, and this is a big thing that just came up recently when I was scrolling to people talking about how in China you would never get like a red pill situation over there. You would never get like the same type of misogyny that they have because it's just not in their cultural DNA. You know what I'm saying? What's good? Thank you guys for joining the live. Tell me how you're feeling, especially with the new administration coming in and being so divisive, wanting to break us all up and wanting to specifically draw a line when it comes to allyship and trans rights. Hopeful Garden, that's what we're trying to do. Jasmine Coleman, what's good? We're almost at 5K. Make sure you're liking and sharing. And if you can't give a gift, get into them fingies, get into the action. We're talking little red book, Shanghai Shu. You got a pen pal? You trying to move to China? Everybody's talking about moving to China, moving to Thailand. I'm trying to be a Kiwi. I've also stated that I'm not going to renounce my citizenship right away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What was that? What's wrong with the current administration? What are they doing? I don't know where you been. I don't know if that's like you being silly or what, but we're talking about how they've drawn a line, specifically the conservatives talking about trans rights in marginalized communities. So if you've come to argue, please I ain't got time. I really don't. Please continue. Going somewhere else with that. We're trying to build community. We're talking mutual aid. Let me know where you're coming from, how you're feeling. We know the rent is too damn high, so I understand if you can't give a gift, it's totally fine. But at least use your fingies. Get in there, tap it out. Interact with the page, anything you can do. I'm just asking laws specifically are affecting these communities. Well, anytime that you make your entire administration anti-trans people, that's not good. Number one. I don't know what they're going to do in terms of actual like laws, but you can probably guess that they're going to do a lot of damage to trans children and queer youth, which are very marginalized communities. Mass deportations are going on. in the next couple days. I know they're starting off in like Chicago and stuff. Becoming Leslie Journey, thank you so much for the likes. Cassie, thank you so much for the likes. Just, thank you for the follow. Beatrice, thank you for the join. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm totally here to have conversation, but I don't want us to get caught up in differences. That's what the coming administration is talking about. They really want to. Thank you guys again. We are at 5K. The goal is 10K. Appreciate you so much. Let's see. Shut down. Yeah, they're talking about shutting down the Department of Education. And if we're talking about, okay, so in that case, right, if we're talking about trans people, we're talking about Black trans women who've been on the front lines helping everybody get their civil liberties for the last couple decades, but they're trying to roll back our rights, right? Education is so big. A part of the reason why a lot of them don't want, like, what is it called? Critical race theory and things of that nature is because they don't want you to know about your history. And that's not just what rights do trans kids need. Okay, listen. Okay. I'm hoping, Ben, that we're in good faith with you. But let me finish my thought though. As it relates to our education system, one of the biggest things I feel like right now, especially when it comes to them wanting to get rid of critical race theory, and I feel like words matter, right? So when you're talking about critical race theory, I feel like people don't understand what that means. Black history isn't just Black history. It's American history. Words matter, okay? It's American history. It's the founding of how everything was built in this country. It's the reason that we are the richest nation. We are such a world power is because of slavery. Our ancestors, mine specifically, right? Indigenous people, indigenous folks of this country built this country on their backs. The White House specifically, if we're going really there, they don't want you to know that everybody here has a place, especially migrants. If we're talking about the mass deportations that are going on, especially Americans aren't doing those jobs. Have you ever picked anything in your life? Americans are not doing those jobs. Okay. Back of the bus. Back up. Babe, okay, look. Some of y'all who come in my live who just want to argue or want to be divisive, does that help you any? Like, do you have community? Like, dead ass, like, back up. Do you have community? Because you seem sad. The fact that you have to use your energy to do this when I'm talking about mutual aid, I'm talking about building community, I'm talking about working class people wanting to leave this country because the place that they're from, mind you, right? Having to leave their country and community to go find better opportunity other places. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are tattoos to honor my ancestors, which we're talking about now. We're talking about the people that built this country. We're talking about trans people helping with civil liberties. The reason why we have a lot of the civil liberties that we have now is because trans people, Black trans women specifically, on the front lines. Rest in power, Marsha P. Johnson. But back to what I was saying, people who hop in my live just to be divisive, or people who hop in my live just to spread hate. Okay, you know what? Girl, go home. Clearly, you seem like you're gross to be around. I'm gonna give you this last bit of attention because it seems like your parents didn't give you that, so I'm gonna give you this, okay? Because I got time today. But like, it's like, you know what's so funny about people who think that they're like being like, do you think who punch down, or maybe that's not the term, people who come into lives and who like, oh, I'm gonna troll. I'm just gonna, maybe trans people should leave and maybe Black people, like, get a grip, dude. Like, you probably are not great to be around. You probably haven't had, you know what? Let me not go there. Let me not go there. Because this is what you want. You want attention. And you know what? I'm bored. I'm not gonna give it to you, though. I'm not gonna give it to you. I cried today because my chance of leaving 2020, that didn't bad. Yeah. But let me tell you this, though, because especially for what we pay in rent, if we were to, a lot of us, if we were to save that up somehow, like find a way to downsize for a couple months, right? Save up what you can and then move to a country where that would at least give you a head start. You know what I'm saying? My meaning behind my tattoos. So this is my modern take on scarification. It's a way for me to honor my ancestors, and for me, this is a rite of passage. Like I earn these stripes. So this is how I honor my ancestors. Thank you so much for letting me talk about my tattoos though. Where are we going? I'm trying not to jinx myself, y'all, so I'm not putting the information completely out there. Thank you. We're almost at 6,000 likes. Hell yeah. Again, if you can't give gifts, then use those fingies. Get in there. I'm trying to become a Kiwi, though. So if you know where that is, that's all I'm going to say. Yes, leave. I'm trying to encourage everybody to find a way with whatever community around you. We're talking about mutual aid. That's why I'm up here right now. Oh my God, that was familiar. Fascination, tribes, and scarification. Yeah, man. That's the way I honor my ancestors. I've been trying my best to find ways to connect me to parts that I've lost, especially being an African American or a Sulan. You know what I'm talking about? Where a lot of our history, a lot of our, it's maddening that we can't get the government to help us find the information that we need to know about our family lineage. You know what I'm saying? Like that we have to buy back in these different, 23andMe's and everything, and do all this type of stuff just to figure out where we're from. It's real messed up. DG, thank you for the follow. Noel, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for the likes. We are almost at 7K. If you're just joining the we're talking about, if you're just joining the live, let me slow down. If you're just joining the live, we're talking mutual aid. We're talking about the current administration. We're talking about building community. Have fun down under. Yeah. See, you get it. We try to become a Kiwi, baby. We're talking about how trans people, we're shedding light on the fact that Black trans women especially have helped this community. Helped this country so much in terms of giving us civil liberties that we take for granted every day. Okay. If I could just have Kiwis, DG. If I could just have a moment. I was talking about how I'm only recently a couple months removed from being unhoused. I was homeless, like literally for the last I've been housing insecure for the last 2 years. And I've only recently come into permanent housing and more secure housing. And while on the streets, I had to live in a storage unit for a couple months. Me and my roommates had gotten illegally evicted from our house in East Point, Michigan. And shit was hard, man. And I had never been evicted like that. I had never been thrown out on my ass. We had this white soccer team pull up in the middle of the middle of the day to throw us out because none of us had ever been evicted, right? So we didn't know that they could even do this. We didn't know that we could call the police and we could stop the illegal eviction. Long story. But we had these people come in, right? Yeah, I'm still in Michigan. I'm in Detroit right now. But yeah, we had these people come in, a whole ass white man and his soccer team, and just BRB. All right, bet. No, we'll see when you get back. This whole fucking soccer team come through and just start loading our stuff up in a dumpster illegally. They had the fake uniforms on and everything. Traumatized as hell. So I went from being illegally evicted to couch surfing, right, in the city on friends' couches and shit. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the love. That was one of my first 2 or 3 gifts. Thank you so much. While you were home. Yeah, we were home. We were actually packing up to leave because we were having so many issues with the property management company. They have been buying up houses, and I don't know if this is happening everywhere, but especially in Michigan right now, tons of property management places, people who don't even live in Michigan, right, are buying up properties and trying to flip them for hella money, right? So the house we were renting, it took 4 of us to pay for that house because it was astronomical. They were trying to raise the rent again. So we were in the process of literally, we were in court with them, and they illegally evicted us. And then I was fucking unhoused for a while. I had to live in a storage unit. I only spent 1 actual night on the street, and thank God for IHOP being open 24/7, y'all. Shout outs to IHOP, okay? Shout outs to IHOP and thank you. I can't remember what her name is, but God bless this Black woman. God bless Black women in general, dead ass. But God bless this Black waitress who had my back when I had nowhere to go in the middle of the night, right? Dead ass, just hang out at the IHOP until the buses were running again so I could get to work, so I could save up enough money to stay in the place that I'm in right now. What uniform did they have on? They have, okay, so the people, there was like a little soccer team in this, I don't know, their fucking coach or something, just were in like vests. They were in like fake, like police vests. And there was like some dude who was like watching over them, who's like pretending to be like a sergeant or some shit. Thank you so much, Hopeful Garden, for the follow. Thank you guys for all the likes. We're trying to get to 10K. Just thank you for the follow. Thank you if you're joining the live. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking, how are you feeling today? We're talking allyship. We're talking the fact that the coming administration wants to be so divisive and wants to pretty much split us all up and have us thinking that we're not in community with one another, especially trans people, a very marginalized community. Yeah, we thought they were actually police. All of us were freaking the fuck out, okay? Like, I had never been evicted like that. Like, I had never been evicted like that. So I was like, they were throwing our shit, bro. Like, just, and I think if you scroll down my page, you can see a little bit from that time I had, we were still in high spirits because we were like, you know what? Regardless of this horrible experience happening to us right now, we know that better is on the horizon. Thank you guys so much for the shares and for the likes. We're talking mutual aid. Anybody who's just joining the live, we're talking how are you doing? You won't really move. Tanner, first of all, that is the whitest name ever. Tanner, keep that to yourself. I'm definitely moving. Actually, I've already started the process to get my new visa. And also, this is just me finding new ways to raise mutual aid for myself as someone who's a Black queer person trying to get out with this new administration coming in. So Tanner, coffee, keep it to yourself. Storm DeBarge. I know the DeBarge family. I don't know Storm specifically, but that's awesome. Hopefully they're nice. Hopefully they're pretty. I don't know. Thank you for if it's a compliment, thank you. DG, I feel like we mess with each other, so I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Thank you. But I'm definitely moving. The fuck? As I was saying before Tanner interrupted with his bullshit, yeah, I worked extremely hard. I'm very thankful to have the trade that I'm in. Okay, so I told y'all, I'm not trying to give too much away, all right? I'm not trying to jinx it, okay? But I'm trying to become a Kiwi, and if you know where the Kiwis live, the exchange rate over there, I'm trying to get like them. Also, I love their accent. Let me look, let me pop out and get married to one of the Kiwis over there. Give me a little extra passport. That's wild. I'm gonna have to look this person up. Look, I'm right by my computer. I should look them up. Storm DeBarge. But yeah, let me go over there and be a Kiwi real quick. Get this extra passport. Thank you so much, Renee. And I'm encouraging everybody, especially if you're Black, you're trans, you're queer, get the hell out of here, bro. Get out of here while you can. Find, your community, find the people around you. Figure out a way to downsize. If you have a lot of bills, I don't know if you have kids, especially if you have kids though. Talk to the people around you. Work out a plan. When am I moving? I'm trying to, thank you so much, Boss Mama 1. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're almost up to 7K. When am I trying to move? I'm trying to move by next winter. That's my plan. I'm trying to be out of here by next winter. That's my plan. I've already started and this isn't just the first, this isn't just the first part of the savings. I'm saving myself too. I'm not just putting it all on y'all. I'm asking, for help, mutual aid, as another Black queer person who's tried their best, who's been on the front lines myself, who's done the work, you know what I'm saying, who's been out here in these streets, dead ass, really been out here in these streets. Like I said, I'm coming off of being homeless myself. Yes, everybody, look, I cannot stress this enough. If you do not have a passport right now, please, at minimum, get you a passport. Please get you a passport. Thank you so much for following me, Married and In. King BZL. You've been in my lives before, yo. What's good? Just thank you for the follow. More power to you. Thank you so much. Everybody follow. ODA_ONG5. Thank you for the follow. We are almost at 7K. Appreciate you. Where you coming from? Tell me how you're feeling. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking about the upcoming administration that's recently got inaugurated. We're not going to say too many names because I'm not trying to get restrictions, because there's a lot of censorship going on since we've gotten back from the ban. But I wouldn't even call him Homie T. Mr. T-Man and his South African accomplice, you know what I'm saying, out here really trying to be divisive, really trying to separate us. And occasionally I'll have people pop up in my life on some nonsense, but I'm really out here trying to build community on the internet. I'm kind of a loner, I'm not gonna lie. Invite you to co-host. Decline. I'm kind of a loner, but I'm really wanting to build community, to really be out here and help each other out in any way that we can. And like I said, I've already started saving. My plan is to definitely be out of here before next winter. I'm encouraging everybody, if you can, to get with your family members, to, if you need to downsize in whatever way possible for a short amount of time, if you can like save up a couple months, especially for what we pay here in USD, you can move abroad, bro. Make sure you get you a passport. Yeah, man, look, I be out here. I'm really on every platform too, which is crazy. I'm an artist. Also, I should probably plug my little pluggables real quick. I'm an artist. I have music on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream. I create digital art. I have my YouTube page. I do ASMR and meditations and things for people. But yeah, I'm out here. I've been on YouTube for a minute now. But I think the algorithm has changed significantly. So maybe we're actually able to correspond with more people near us. Because I do think they don't want us to, for real. No, hold on. This thingy verify. I'm unable to verify this little puzzle piece. There we go. Hotels and camping. Hotels and camping. Hold on, wait. Think about it. No, okay, so actually, so when I was homeless, before I readjusted myself. Give me 2 seconds. When I was homeless a couple months ago, one of the first things I did before I lived in a storage unit was I lived in a van. And it wasn't bad. And I saved hella money. Okay, the only reason that I'm able to be in the place that I am right now is because I was homeless for a couple months. And I did van life for a hot minute. And it was not a regular build. I had to it was the bare minimum. And after I did van life and I had a little bit of money, I rented like a large storage unit. And it was a blessing. Thank God I had managed to rent a room from one of my coworkers' family members. And I've been able to secure permanent housing after that. But it was hard, bro. Not a Honda Civic life. Charlize, I believe that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow at 19. Sorry that my connection was bad. Oh, no. Okay, bet. Welcome back, Noel. I can't commit. It's crazy. I've been watching. I gotta lock in. Yeah, man, lock in. Lock in, everybody. If you haven't already, get you a passport. Okay, get you a U.S. passport. Start saving. Get you a couple months of savings. Just get you a little lump sum, something, a couple thousand, right? That'll set you up in some other countries for at least a minute until you can find some work. Make sure that you're looking at visas. A lot of places right now are offering they're offering different things for American citizens trying to get out. We're damn near refugees at this point. No red book. But yeah, if you can, I saved a lot of money. I saved a lot of money living the whole van lifestyle for a hot minute. And hell, like I said, if you can get you in a storage unit. It's not fun in the wintertime because it'd be cold as hell. Like, I'm so thankful that I finally got out before it got like crazy cold. But in the summertime, when I did live in the fucking storage unit, I saved hella money. My place at the storage unit was, I got it for a deal. Like I got hooked up with I made a good connection with the people who worked there, and there was a deal going. So like I paid like maybe $250 for like a fucking 10 by 15. It was cute. It was cute. I'm not gonna lie. It was cute. It was cute. Think I might fight the power before I leave. Yo, look, but here's the thing, bro. Be careful out there in them streets. I don't want no black person especially to be martyred out here. You have the passport, no funds. I'm in La La Land out here. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing though. Especially as an American, like we are so used to consumerism, right? Amber, what's good? Tell me where you're from, how you feeling. with the new administration coming in, we're talking about building community. We're talking about mutual aid. We're talking about not being so divisive and having class consciousness, my baby. In America, we're very bent on consumerism. Even myself, like I had to really get in my bag and be like, do I actually need this? Like I've been downsizing since I became homeless. That was another thing too. Like when I got kicked out of, and I got illegally evicted from my place, like slowly, little by little, I had to downsize till I had like just the bare essentials and shit. And it really changed how I thought about stuff. Like, especially when I was homeless, it changed how my brain processed things. And just being in fight or flight, like you realize the shit that you don't need every day. You don't need to like buy a whole new wardrobe every time you buy, like, you know, buy pieces. If you don't really, if whatever your clothes, if they're tattered, fix them shits. Take it to a tailor. What's up? Move abroad. Yes. I'm trying to become a Kiwi. I'm not trying to let y'all know exactly where I'm going, but if you know where the Kiwi's at, you know where I'm going. Okay? Let me look. If I get a passport from them, I get citizenship from them, it's over with. We were talking about denouncing American citizenship, which I would not mind doing it, but I'm not gonna do it right away. Can we send? Where can we send more to? Where can we send more to? Like, what do you mean? Money. Where can we send money to? Oh, you can do gifts. Oh, I should probably have put my Cash App in there. My Cash App is, what is my Cash? Damn. Let me put my Cash App in the what's the name? Hold on. Let me put my Cash App in. Why can't I? My little comments. There we go. Cash App. Vagabondstoned. 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 I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I put my Cash App in the what's the name if you guys don't do the gifts. But again, if you can't give gifts, make sure you're tapping that screen. I'm trying to get to 10K. Oh, we're at 7K. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Also, if I missed any comments, my bad. I know it's messed up. I should have put it like right here when I made the little thingy. Also, if I missed any comments, my bad. I know it's messed up. I should have put it like right here when I made the little thingy. Also, if I missed any comments, my bad. I know it's messed up. I should have put it like right here when I made the little thingy. Also, if I missed any comments, my bad. I know it's messed up. I should have put it like right here when I made the little thingy. Then yep, that's my Cash Tag. My Cash Tag is in the comments. Thank you guys so much for the likes. If you can't give gifts or money, then that's totally fine. Like, I understand stuff is hard right now, but I appreciate the likes. But I was saying though, I better not catch y'all in Ash Trevino live because my girl got a Louis V. That's crazy. She out here preying on children. And she got a Louis V from her gifts, bro. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the gifts though. That is the right Cash Tag though. I'm back. It took a second. I was trying to set up my stuff. Sir Spank You a Lot. What's good? How are you? Yo, that's wild. Isn't that a cartoon character? Like your tag or whatever? That's crazy. We're almost at 8K. The goal is 10. Thank you guys for the likes and the shares. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking about how y'all need to get a passport if you don't have one. And if you can't give gifts, then you know what you got to do. You got to get with these fingers and get in there. Get in them with your fingies. But yeah, make sure you get a passport. And again, life should not be this hard for Americans, for people in general. It's like, it's common knowledge. Human beings have moved all over the place, migrated to different countries and stuff for as long as everyone's been alive, right? To find better opportunities. And no matter who you are, whether you're politically aligned with me or not, as long as you see the humanity in me, I see the humanity in you, and I want better for you and your family. It should not be this hard to have decent living and accommodations and food. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to have dignity. You should be able to wake up every day and at least like and be engaged with the work that you're doing every day. I think that's not a hard thing to sell, and it's not crazy to want. And I don't think that you need to scapegoat, you know, other marginalized communities in order to get said, you know, I wouldn't say luxuries, but amenities. It's a part of life. You should have housing. You know what I'm saying? You should have food that's a decent price that doesn't take up all of your earnings as someone who's come out of being unhoused, right? Like, this shit's crazy. I see other people on the street, seeing so many black and brown people who have served this country, military vets who they say that they care about, homeless, begging on the street, you know what I'm saying? Mentally ill, coming back from, like, you know, all these different wars that they send these people off to and don't care about them when they come home. In LA for long term. Okay, so you're trying to do like van life? We were talking about, no, I was talking about too, possibly doing van life for a short amount of time just to get their money up. I don't know how the laws are for storage units in where you're at in LA, but yo, I mean, I like I said, I wouldn't recommend it, but you said no bank because that's too obvious. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, however you can do it. I don't know if DG, I don't know if you have like friends or community who are also maybe pressed thin, where y'all could get together and find a way to like help each other out, where y'all can save and then move together, whatever it is. I'm thinking get creative. Connor, what's good? Thank you for joining the live. Anybody who's new here, we're talking mutual aid. We're talking ways to leave the United States, to find better housing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely illegal here. I look into it because somebody, yeah, which is crazy. You would think for, especially for businesses wanting to how, you know, businesses wanting to make a buck, you would think storage units would kind of like be more lenient. You know what I'm saying? Though I do know, like, obviously with mental health and people who are sleeping on the streets and who are unhoused, it can be hard as someone who lived in a storage unit and also knew of other people who lived in a storage unit. First of all, men who live in storage units be wilding, okay? They will pee in bottles and just leave them everywhere. Like, you making it hot, bro. You making it hot for everybody. Why is you making it hot? Like, I would come out, like, it'd be 6 a.m., right? I like, in the morning, I'd be 6 a.m. when I have to, like, sneak out of the storage unit. And I would sneak out behind, like, this other person who also lived on the other side of the floor I was on. And I swear, like, I'm just like, bro, why is you making it so fucking hot for everybody? Throw away your pee bottles. I'm screaming now. My bad. We're almost at 8K, y'all. Thank you so much for the likes, for the shares. I do remember that. I remember the dude who was making TikTok videos. He was living in a storage unit. Why is you making it hot for people, bro? Stop. Tweet. What's good? Welcome to the live. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking making sure that you get a passport so you can get out of here. It is okay to move if you find something better for yourself. People should not have to live without dignity, without solid ground and being constantly shaky. You shouldn't have to be anxious all of the fucking time. As someone who's recently, you know, been able to calm their nervous system after going through a stint of being housing insecure for years, after getting illegally evicted from my place due to property managements in East Point, Michigan, buying up different properties and trying to raise rents on us. It's not okay, man. Your country should be able to give you dignity in that way. You should be able to go to work at a place that maybe you don't like love it, right? But at least it contributes to your life and it gives you money enough to afford the things that you need and the necessities. Yeah. That's so messed up. Like, okay. Another thing too. It used to be, right? It used to be that the rich specifically, because I'm not the person who's like, oh, rich people are inherently evil, or people who have a lot of money are inherently evil. I think money is a tool, like many things, similar to like drugs. I don't think drugs are inherently evil. It's about how they react to the body and how people use them, right? It's on a case-to-case basis. But it used to be that the affluent, especially in different countries, but specifically in America, there was a decorum, right? So yeah, you got tax breaks. Yeah, you built this huge legacy, right? Why are you moving? You know what? Bing bang. I ain't got time to entertain that crazy statement. That's a crazy statement. Or question. I'm sorry, without the question mark. My bad. Yeah, it used to be that wealthy people in this country had a bit of decorum, similar to a Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake type shit, right? At least the Rockefellers and stuff knew enough to give back to the community, to build museums, to build libraries, to make sure that the people had at least a circus going, right? They were trying to ban TikTok, ban all the things that you were pretty much, you know, at least give you a distraction, helping, you know, the working class people at least be able to at least afford different things, whether it be medical bills or to make a decent living, right? You say you're moving. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, bro. This is the thing. I'll have people pop into live being obnoxious. So if you're dead ass about where am I moving to, I've recently put in applications for visas to move abroad. I'm trying to get into the Kiwi territory, if you know where that is. I'm not trying to give away too much because, like I said, I'm not trying to jinx it. But yeah, there used to be a decorum with wealthier people where they knew that, first of all, the people at the, what you would call it, the bottom tier, right? Especially as it relates to class structure, are your bread and butter, okay? It's the fruits of their labor that are giving you these mass amounts of money, okay? You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Kirby, for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for the likes. We're almost at 8K. The goal is 10K. If you can't give a gift, you know what you got to do. You got to use these fingies. Get in it. Get on in that. Get on in that. Get on in it. But yeah, there's no decorum. These people think that we owe them our labor. Yes, Lunar Lux, thank you. So have you been in my lives before? That's awesome. If you're welcome back. We're talking mutual aid, you know. We're talking about the current administration that just is coming in. You know what's funny? I read Parable of the Sower when I was in high school, but I have the graphic novel too. I read a bit of it, but I don't remember much of it, so I'm gonna actually be rereading it. I just recently got a new copy, so yes, I will be reading it. But I'm familiar with Octavia Butler's work. But yeah, there used to be some decorum when it came to rich people and wealthy people around the world. Now they don't know their place. They think for some reason that we owe them our labor. And that is not the case, baby. That is not the case. T-Man. Yes, T-Man. I can't say it on live because I'm not trying to get censored, because now that we're back from the ban, it seems as if things are definitely getting censored when it comes to the current administration. They're being very divisive, and I'm someone who's trying to build community. I may not be politically aligned with everybody, but my biggest thing is I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get across is I'm in the business of building community. If you are someone who sees my humanity, then I can see your humanity. But if you're someone who is trying to scapegoat Oh no, I'm not trying to move to Thailand. Though I think that is a good choice for people who are maybe in a tight spot and can only save a certain amount of money. The US dollar goes far in a lot of countries. So, you know, if you can, if Thailand is the place you want to go, then go. I'm just urging everybody to get a passport and move out wherever they want to go. Everyone is moving out there. Yeah, I think a lot of people are moving to Thailand. A lot of people are moving to, or trying to move to China from Shanghai Shu, trying to get you a little pen pal, trying to get you a little, little arranged marriage. No, it's not a bad choice. All I would ask is that people, United States citizens, if you're moving abroad, especially to, your face looks good. Thanks. Thank you so much. But if you're moving abroad, just be respectful of people's cultures. Just be respectful. Attempt to learn the language. It may be hard at first. Thai, is it Taiwanese? What's the official language of the Thai people? But yeah, if you're moving out to places where the language, there may be a language barrier, please at least attempt to learn the language. And yes, learn. Yes. Classy 414U. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Learn the laws. Attempt to learn the language. I don't know, China number one. Okay. I don't know what girl bye means, but sure. I'm not from Haiti. You know the funny thing is about people who pop in my live trying to troll? One, please. Again, I will reiterate this because it seems like y'all parents didn't give y'all enough attention, so y'all seek attention in the most obnoxious ways. Yes, trying to. You're not speaking facts, you're speaking stupidity. But apparently you want my attention, so please, I have the time. I'm not Haitian. That's the craziest thing, is you will be stupid and wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna ignore you, but thanks for the engagement. We appreciate the engagement. That's all that really matters anyways. Again, you're wrong, so it doesn't really matter. You can say whatever you want. This is another thing too. I have been black all my life. You saying stupid things in my life isn't gonna bother me. Anyways, eventually I'll kick this person if they get too obnoxious, because we're actually trying to have real conversation about mutual aid, community building, and the coming administration trying to be divisive and split us all up. Let me guess, Switzerland? No, I'm not trying to move to Switzerland. Let's see. Democrats. I'm not a Democrat also. That's a color, or absent of color. My tattoos are they're a modern take on scarification, so they are my way of connecting with my ancestors. They are a rite of passage for me. Oh yeah, nobody cares whatever this person is talking about in my comments. People like to pop in just to be obnoxious because, again, they don't get enough attention. Maybe they don't get enough dates, whatever it is, you know. Thank you so much. They don't get enough attention in other places, so they pop in live just to be obnoxious, and they think that they're hurting people's feelings. I live actual life in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do love the word Democrat, but again, we're trying to stress the point that it's not about the two-party system. That's the point of their whole thing. They're literally paid by the same people. It's not, they're the same, it's the same thing. The same way that they could come together to ban TikTok is the same way that they can come together to ruin y'all lives. But we're trying to stress in this live, if you were an American citizen, but specifically if you were Black, queer, indigenous, make sure that you're getting a passport. Good night, Lou. Thank you for hanging out in the live. Appreciate you. We are almost at 8K. The goal is 10K. If you can't give a gift, then make sure you use these babies, these fingies. Get in there. Get in there. But yeah, but specifically, I'm talking to Black people, Black trans people. With this coming administration, the idea is we want to get everybody to safer places, better pastures. You should be able to live a life, you know, where you don't have to use all of your money for where you're living or the food that you're eating. You're a human being, you deserve dignity, and that your country should give you that. Job applications too. Divide and conquer. Exactly. They want us to be divided. And like I said, if I can see the humanity in you and you can see the humanity in me, then that's where we're at right now. I'm in Michigan right now. Born. Oh, okay. We got some jokesters in here, some trolls. Again, thank you for the engagement. And clearly you need some attention that your parents or your spouse doesn't give you. I doubt that you're married because it seems like you got a lot going on. Bro, go to Canada. Canada's got a lot going on. I'm from Grand Rapids. Shout out Grand Rapids. Shout out Michigan gang. Yeah, I'm in Detroit. But oh, we're almost to 9K. Thank you guys so much for the likes. They just don't get it. Yeah, and honestly, like, again, people who troll my live, I appreciate. Yeah, definitely not a girl with face tattoos. I keep reading the fake ones. My bad. My bad. You can't hurt my feelings. I've been in this body my entire life, babe. Anyways, like I was saying though, I'm someone who experienced houselessness for a long time and housing insecurity for the last couple of years. Mind you, while I was still working, which is the craziest thing. But yeah, and during that time, I got to meet a lot of different people who were on the streets, who were veterans, who were people who built this country, this foundation of this country, who just couldn't take it anymore, who couldn't do it anymore, who couldn't afford rents, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? They weren't on government assistance. And a lot of times, that's the other thing too. A lot of times when people are unhoused, they can try and get government assistance, but a lot of times they can't because, okay, so case in point, if you live in I'm actually not on government assistance, Jessie May, yeah, whatever. Oh, is it going away? And also people know, but let me just go on this little tangent real quick. Most people who are on government assistance are white people. Like, bye. Also, it's so funny when people come into my live just to say bye, or just they come into my live just to be petty. Anyways, there are some trolls in here, but again, I don't have time. Mod me. Two things. One, not a girl. Two things, not a girl. And also, then leave. No one's asking you to stay here. You're staying here because you want attention. But anyways, yeah, so let's say that you're in LA and you're someone who is unhoused. You can try and get assistance, or you can have a social worker, but a lot of the times half the battle is getting your paperwork, right? So you'll attempt to go through the system and get help, right? And then you'll go through the process of getting your paperwork, and then you'll come back to your camp and realize that the police have literally swept through your tent and whatever you're calling for housing, at that time. And then you have to start from scratch. And it takes so much effort just to go about doing that, getting an ID, maybe getting your birth certificate, whatever it is. So most people who are unhoused don't actually get government assistance. And if they do, it takes so long. Yeah, exactly. You can't, I don't think you can get someone said you can't get Section 8 in LA. Yeah. We got a couple trolls, which I can kick them, but again, I like the engagement. Thank you for joining the live. If you're joining, we're talking mutual aid, we're talking community building, we're talking about the new the incoming administration and just them being divisive. If you feel called to, please play with the trolls that are begging for attention in my comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dun, 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 dun. One of the biggest misconceptions about people who are unhoused or homeless, travelers, whatever term, fits your fancy, is that they are on assistance, but a lot of the times they are not, because they don't even have identification to go about getting assistance. And when they do, again, these encampments or wherever they're living are usually, they're raided by police and they have to start all over. But yeah, what was I gonna say? It used to be in this country and abroad, just in general. I'm ignoring all of the bots and weirdos who just ask stupid questions in my live, who have no concept of actual reality, who maybe have been online for too long and maybe haven't actually. Most of them I feel like are definitely men, because that's his own disease. But anyways, there used to be some decorum with wealthier people where it would be, where do you want to move abroad? I'm trying to become a Kiwi. Those who know. But there used to be some decorum where you'd have it where at least we'd have, whether it be better distractions or at least something in terms of programs to help people get back on their feet, but there isn't. But the whole point of my live also is not to draw lines. The idea is to build community. We're talking mutual aid. Oh, we're almost to my goal of 10K. Again, if you, where I want to move to. I keep answering this. You guys, I'm trying to become a Kiwi. I've already put in my visa application for a lot of these places that I'm trying to move to. But waiting to hear back, trying to save, hoping that, you know, getting on live, and just asking if you want to give, totally fine. If not, you know. Saslin to beg, babe, here's the thing. Do you think just because you have, and also I have a job, I am saving currently, this is another means of doing that. That's not my pronouns. But Erica, thank you for the follow. Whether it be weirdo white men, bots, children, or the random white woman with the sad little name on here who keeps trying to like goat me into giving her attention. Try African countries. Yeah, and it's okay, so there's a lot of countries outside of the US who are offering, yeah, sure, whatever. There's a lot of countries outside of the States who are offering different things for Americans trying to move abroad right now. Are they? Maybe they could take Elon Musk back. Maybe South Africa could take Elon Musk back. They won't let you send gifts. Is it still being weird? Because I know, like, what is it? There's still, TikTok is still out of the App Store right now. Okay, we're done with this. We're done with this. All right, we're blocking now because I'm tired. Y'all are boring me. Y'all are saying the same stuff. Yep. Anybody who wants to hop in the live to be obnoxious can literally bite me. But anyways, yes, if you're new to the live, I am moving abroad, and I am, you know, just asking if you want to hang out, maybe give a gift. That'd be, you know, dope. Especially because I be seeing y'all in Ash Trevino live out here giving people out here getting her a Louis V. I'm not asking for a Louis V. I'm asking for you to use your fingies. Use your fingies and start liking that screen, baby. Oh, thank you so much. Ashton, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining the live. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking about how the new administration is going to be very divisive and try to separate us and, you know, divide us as a class. And guess what? We're not doing that. We are not doing that. If Luigi and all these other things that have been happening lately have taught us anything, it's that we are stronger together. Using marginalized communities to get your point across and to demonize other people. Hit better. To demonize marginalized communities like trans people, intersex people, queer people, LGBTQIA+ people. Honestly, I'm scared. Don't be scared. Be proactive. All right. Oh, we've made it to my goal. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it so much. Again, you know, if you can't give gifts, totally fine. There's a lot going on in the world. I want you to be able to save and get your family out here, out of the States as fast as possible. So if you can, find community where you are, right? Broke my thumb. DG, I love you so much. You've been carrying. Thank you, Sublime, for the rose. I really appreciate that. How are you trying to, where are you trying to move to? I'm trying to become a Kiwi, y'all. I'm trying to be out here and become a Kiwi, trying to get me that extra passport, trying to maybe, look, I've never been married, but I'd consider it. I'm not trying to give away too much information though, again, because look, I'm not trying to jinx myself. I want to put in some applications for visas. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I thought Whoopi Goldberg already moved out. I don't know. Am I saying something wrong? I don't think you're saying something wrong, Mo. Did you say something else? I may not have caught that comment. Yes, please, if you can. Look, I'm trying to get everybody to move out of the States, okay? 10K, baby, we made it. We're almost at 11K now. Thank you guys for using your fingies. Thank you, DG, for holding it down. Everybody in the chat, again, you will get kicked if you are being obnoxious. We are trying to build community online here. I'm pretty sure a lot of celebrities have already left. Get you a passport if you haven't already, please. Thank you so much for the follows, you guys. We're talking about mutual aid. Yeah, okay. Especially with what happened at the inauguration and with Elon Musk being obnoxious. And my man's is not even from here. My man's is not even from here, bro. Wait. Huh? Most people can't afford to live where they're living, babe. Oh my God. Yeah, I saw the salute. It was crazy. I already have my passport. If you don't have your passport, please do. Get your passport. If you're an American citizen, you need to have your passport. Be ready to go. Like I'm telling you, especially black queer people, black trans people, black people in general, get out. There is no need for you to be a martyr anymore. We've done our best, especially when it comes to black trans women. They have been on the front lines for a very long time, helping everybody in terms of the civil liberties that we have and we what is it that we take for granted every day. Yes. We're talking about building community here. We're talking about mutual aid. What? What's the special licenses? What's going on? Jesse, are you friend or foe, bro? Thank you, darling, for the follow. Appreciate you. We're at 11K. If you can't send a gift, use your fingies. Get on in there. You're not honest. If you're the same person who was being obnoxious in the beginning, you're not. Also, being, you know what? Look, I'm bored with it now, so we're just gonna kick you. I'm kicking people. I no longer have time to give y'all attention that your parents didn't give you. No, hey, that's totally fine. The likes are appreciated. And honestly, too, the biggest thing that I'm trying to stress right now is that everybody who is an American citizen works very hard. Our productivity has gone up, skyrocketed in the last couple of decades. I think everybody deserves some dignity. So if you can find community around you to help, to figure out a way for all of us, for you in that community to come together and maybe downsize on your bills so that way you can save more money to get out. I know a lot of people are talking about Thailand and things of that nature, maybe even going to Canada just because it's right there. But the dollar goes very far in a lot of different countries. All I'm asking is that obviously that you're respectful of whatever culture that you end up moving abroad to, whether if it's like you have to learn the language or whatever it is. But get yourself out. There is no need to keep living like this. The rent is too damn high. And I was talking about how I've recently come out of being housing insecure. This is not German. It's in the past. Thank you, Latania, for the follow. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you guys for the likes. We're almost at 12K. But yeah, find some way. What did you get your passport? For what? Thank you for the follows. Appreciate you. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking about the new administration coming in. Michelle 0370. Thank you for the follow. If you can't give gifts, then give love, whether it be to me on the live or to your community. Right now, we all need each other for sure. Yes. Yes, definitely get you a passport. Yeah. And yeah, darling, we appreciate you. Seriously. Like, I'm someone, as long as we're talking, I'm trying to meet people where they're at. Like, I know that we're all coming from different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? And I know that there's a lot going on and they want us to be divided. A United States passport. Passport for what? Do you not, can you, look, maybe you have some trouble reading. I'm only giving y'all one chance, okay? I'm giving y'all one chance to start with the nonsense. The passport is for moving. I'm telling everybody to get a passport, start saving, and get your ass up out of here and find something better for yourself and for your family, because you deserve dignity. You deserve a place to be where you can afford to eat, you can afford to live, and still have some money left over. I know, and that's the thing that sucks. Coming from the people, you know, my ancestors and stuff, we don't want to leave. Especially a lot of us have like kind of a Stockholm syndrome. We want to martyr ourselves. When it comes to Black trans women specifically, these are the people who are always been on the front lines, right? Giving us or helping us to gain our civil liberties that are now being taken away, and that we take it for granted every day. But it's crazy that they clearly want a specific type of person, you know, here, and that's not people who look like me, you know. And it sucks because they are losing good people. I think and there's been like a mass exodus of Black people specifically in the last couple decades. People aren't really coming here for, like, there are if they already have money, but if you don't have money, you're not really coming here to make money unless you're like, fuck, it's very rare. You have to have like a certain type of degree, a certain type of, that's why they're so like being so crazy right now with certain visas, because they want people from different countries who are going to come here to work for nothing. But at the same time, they're deporting people who do the very foundational work that is so important here in America. And I've been talking for a while now, so I'm getting a little caught up, but hopefully you understand me. Yeah, it's getting real scary out here. And like I said, even if you're not politically aligned with me, I still think that you and your family deserve better. Ultimately, everybody deserves better. Everybody in the States right now, we work extremely hard. And a lot of the times, okay, Bizarre, you gotta go because you're annoying me now. People in the States, workers in the States, work extremely hard. Productivity's been up for the last couple decades. It is crazy that people cannot afford their rents right now. Big business and lobbyists have destroyed this country. They're destroying the middle class constantly. There's nothing really left here for us. And it takes so long. Yeah, also, I'll stop for a second on my little soapbox to explain my tattoos. My tattoos are a modern take on scarification. It's a way for me to, it's a rite of passage for me and my ancestors, and it's a way for me to honor them. That's what my tattoos mean. Thank you, Carol, for joining. Lottie Bear, I'm trying to become a Kiwi. Yeah. There are people, they don't want us here. They don't want different types of people. They don't want the melting pot. Like, they don't want the melting pot. They want cheap labor, and they want serfs and slaves. That's what they want, deadass. And my people have been here for too long fighting to now look back and see that everybody, our politicians are literally stripping us of our rights that we've been fighting for years. And I'm not trying to start over again. I'm not a martyr. My ancestors were here because they had to be. I don't. I'm not trying to save this place. Thank you so much. I'll let her know. My girl's name is Raven Denise. My tattoo artist. She's amazing. Okay, Rooster, whatever the fuck. I'm not about to keep playing games with y'all. Also, just because you say read, if we're not reading the same thing, and clearly you don't have a comprehensive history or idea of what the history is like in America, I'm not about to keep playing games with y'all. Y'all want attention that I can't give you and that your parents didn't give you. So I'm not about to keep playing games. You're getting booted because I don't have to pay attention to you. So you got one time. You got one time in the comments and you get blocked. Sorry, I don't need engagement that badly. Thank you guys for the likes. We're almost at 13K. Again, if you can't give gifts, then use your fingies. Get in there. Get in there. I'm not in Canada. I'm in America. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you guys so much for the likes. We're talking mutual aid. If you're new to the live, we're talking mutual aid. We're talking the new administration coming in. Thank you for the follows. We are talking if you were an American, but specifically if you were a Black American, a Black queer person, trans person, intersex person, differently abled person, if I haven't mentioned that, that subsective of that minority of people. Also, if you can. So did it hurt? It did not hurt. My tattoos did not hurt. Thank you, Star Advisor, for the follow. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. There's a lot of comments coming in. Yeah, it didn't hurt. I also have a lot of tattoos. These are one of my least, like, these are probably my least painful tattoos. I agree that you should not have to leave your home country, but if your home country is treating you like crap and can't give you at least the dignity that you deserve as someone who gets up every day and works, then you shouldn't live here. And I know it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, for sure. Sublime, thank you so much for the likes and for the rose. I appreciate you so much. Have a good night. Look, I try. For a long time, so I'm from Detroit. I'm an artist from Detroit, artist and creative. My community is that of queer people, of trans people. I've been in this body for a long time. I talked a little bit on here about how I'm only a couple months removed from I was unhoused and housing insecure for a couple of years after getting illegally evicted from my place after a property development company was buying up houses all over my neighborhood and upping the rents, right? So we got illegally evicted. It was I've had some very traumatic ass shit happen in the last couple of years, and it's really radicalized me even more so. And for a long time I was like, okay, this just means we have to fight harder. And if I can translate, you know, what's in my heart to people who just aren't getting it, then maybe they'll get it. But some people just aren't going to get it, and they're going to be left behind. You know what I'm saying? I was unhoused for a long time. I've only recently found permanent housing. I worked extremely hard to come out of being homeless. And what I can tell you from being on the street for that time is, like, I'm sorry, I'm a legit cry, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I need a second. Hold on. I've been on this live for a minute, and this is the first time I really kind of started to share my story. I talked about it a little bit on my page, but it is so dehumanizing to be evicted like that. And I don't think that should happen to anybody. I don't care if you haven't paid your bills. Personally, I think it is a human right. No, I know it is a human right for everybody to have housing, bro. Like, what's the difference between us and animals, like, dead ass, if we can't even, like, secure housing for our communities and for our people? That's crazy. But being unhoused and being on the street, like I always say, shout out to IHOP. Okay, shout out to IHOP, shout out to all the restaurants and stuff that are 24 hours. Shout out to Planet Fitnesses, where this is the thing. When I was unhoused, you would have never known I was homeless. Like, you would have never known. Like, in every day you can look at somebody on the street and you will never know if they're actually, like, homeless or unhoused, because we all have to kind of keep up a front. They want us all to be divided, and the people come in my live and they talk their weird shit, they troll and stuff, but dead ass, I'm trying to build real community. I'm trying to get us all to, like, really take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves, like, is this enough? Like, to be alive, like, if this is the point of being alive, of getting up every day and not loving the places that you go to and constantly being in these environments that don't serve you, when you could be somewhere else, maybe in a different country, in a different place that actually treats you like a human being, like, it's got to be something better, man. And I want better for everybody. It doesn't matter if you necessarily look like me, if we don't have the same political leaning. I feel like everybody should want better. And I think that people are smart enough. I think that people are smart enough to realize what is happening right now. I think that you can see with the upcoming administration what they're trying to do. And ultimately, they're trying to divide us all. Mysterious Galaxy. I told y'all got one time to irritate me and then you can go. Also, what is... Okay, I'm not somebody who is afraid to ask for help. Okay? I don't know why that's funny, but it's literally not funny. That's a part of being a human being. Like, you need help. I don't know if you're like one of the pull you up by your bootstraps type people, but you're a human being. In the same way that you needed a mother to nurse you, you need a community to help build you up. So respectfully, and with all disrespect, fuck you, dude. You got one time. You better make that comment count, bro. I have a job. Your name is the Booty Slayer. Like, get a life, bro. Like, clearly you haven't had a date in a while, and your parents don't give you enough attention, so you're coming in other people's lives when they're trying to talk about real shit. Like, you will get kicked. No, I judge, babe. God cannot judge you. I judge. I judge for sure. For sure. You are not considered weak for asking for help. Okay? And also, I do have a job. That's the point, you idiots. Like, we all have jobs and it's not working. The rent is too damn high. That's why I'm saying, get you a passport. Get out of here. We're talking mutual aid. Johnny, you got one more comment and I will boot the fuck out of you. I'm not opposed to blocking people. I don't have time. Clearly, jobs are not enough. Like, what are you, rich? Clearly, you have enough time to be sitting on fucking TikTok. Get out of here, bro. Also, again, I've been through some traumatic ass shit in my life. I've lived in this body and this skin in America my whole life. You're not about to phase me, bro. Pack up. Cassandra, you're boring. I live in the Midwest. This is like literally like this is one of the states where we're living right now is still at a decent price, but it's still astronomical. When idiots like Cassandra join my live and they do dumb stuff like, oh, mega. Okay, let me explain to you something, how like being alive works, right? You need other people, right? You need other people. You need to be in connection with other people. You need to build with community. I don't think you have enough money to really be a part of MAGA. You're probably part of the dumb part where you think that he's actually doing things for you, but you're probably going to be just like a lot of those white women who are on who are on food stamps when you realize, no, babe, they're coming for you too. You got one more time, Cassandra. Make your comment count because you will be getting blocked. Thank you, Rose, for the follow. Bye, Cassandra. Apparently, Cassandra has 3 businesses, and with all those businesses, she couldn't manage to donate one gift. Crazy, right? You gotta go. I am not opposed to blocking people. I'm trying to become a Kiwi. Yes, please, everybody get your passports. If you can, find community, downsize where you can. Save up a couple months in advance and then find a country that where the US dollar goes a little bit farther so you can at least have a little safety net while you're looking for work. Thank you, Miko, for the follow. We're talking mutual aid. We're talking how the administration that's coming into right now is talking about just separating everybody, you know? It's good. Yeah, so the cost of living is higher technically there, but our dollar goes further, so it kind of it evens out. Actually, you're the first person to actually get the go ahead. Got to speak Arabic. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Potato. We are almost at 15K. Thank you for everyone in the live. Where are you thinking of moving to and why, if you don't mind? I've always wanted to be a Kiwi. Love the nature aspect, love the culture in terms of the Maori people. As someone who also has, ties to my ancestors and uses scarification and tattooing to show them love. All right, you gotta go. You're boring me. You're not giving. We're looking for positive suggestions. Negativity is not necessarily allowed in the live unless it's constructive. We don't mind constructive criticism. I don't mind if you have different political leanings, but if you're like one of those annoying MAGA people who are just here to be obnoxious and not actually like, you know, like I'm kind of over it. You will get blocked. You got one time. Also, America isn't it? Yeah, America isn't it. That's the whole point. That's what we're talking about now. We're talking about how everyone needs to get their passports, different plans of action, finding ways to build community and take a load off of each other so we can all save and get the fuck up out of here, because they don't want to hear from us. They don't actually want all of us to come together. They want us to be separated. They want to divide and conquer for the most part. And I'm kind of over it, y'all. Ty, thank you for joining the live. Anonymous, thank you for joining the live. Peggy, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Everyone who's in the live. Again, you have 2 comments before 2 comments if you're trying to be obnoxious, because we don't mind the engagement, but also we're actually looking for constructive conversation here. Talked a little bit about myself and how I've recently come out of being homeless. I worked extremely hard. That's another thing too. Just because you ask for help doesn't mean that you're not doing the work yourself. Abroad where? Anywhere that will have me. I've put in a couple of different visas. I'm currently trying to become a Kiwi. But yeah, anywhere where the US dollar goes a little bit farther, so that way I can kind of have a safety net while I'm looking for work. I encourage everyone to get a passport and see what your options are. Yeah, Kiwis. Yeah, that shit was hard, bro. I lived in a storage unit for a couple months. I lived in a U-Haul van for a couple months. I worked, and the whole time, mind you, I was working. The whole time I was working. I saved a lot of money living in the storage unit, not gonna lie. But the other people who were living there were making it hot for me. I eventually got kicked out once it got a little bit colder. Thankfully, I was able to find this place that I'm at currently. Thank you, Lucky Knees, for the follow. Yeah, it was really hard. Being on the street was extremely hard. I would say shout out to the IHOP and all the 24-hour places that stay open. Because, again, just because you will never know who's homeless. Not everybody looks homeless out here, okay? As someone who was on the street, yo, like, shit was hard. Which are you going to move to? Trying to become a Kiwi. Filled out some applications for visas. I'm just looking for, some extra help. I've already started saving myself, but I wanted to come online, kind of talk about my process. Oh, nice. Yes, if you're for anyone else trying to become a Kiwi that is also a nurse, they are taking. I know anybody in the health field, it has pretty good credentials to cross over to other places in terms of reciprocity. Personally, I'm a barber. I can cut hair anywhere, baby. All right, so that's where I'm at. Start up a little, and also I'm an artist. I'm a creative. I make money online, But we're talking mutual aid. We're talking about how we can come together more as a community, how we can see the humanity in each other. That's where we're at. We're not trying to separate each other. Internet. Speaking of internet, we were talking about how it used to be that that wealthy people had more decorum. You had the Rockefellers. Oh, thank you so much. They were giving back to the community because they understood. Hi, how are you? Where are you coming from? How you feeling? They understood that we're the bread and butter. Now you have like wealthy CEOs on panels talking about how we need to understand that it's the other way around, that they need us. Excuse me? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Justin, thank you. You can't escape. You can't escape. That's what we're talking about now. Okay? I'm in Detroit. I'm in the Midwest. And currently, like, prices have been raising significantly every year for the price of living. I remember when I first, like, a decade ago, when I got my first apartment when I was 18, You could buy a 2-bedroom. I'm sorry, you could rent a 2-bedroom for under $1,000 easily. My first apartment was a 2-bedroom. I was paying $950 for that. Now, woo, you lucky if you can find a damn studio apartment. Hey, West Side, I'm an East Sider. Kiwis, baby. Also, my Cash App is somewhere in the chat. I'll probably put there again, but if you can't give a gift, then again, use your fingies. These two, baby. Get on in there. Yep. School abroad is way cheaper. Because a lot of these places, well, you can go to school. There's programs you can get into abroad. And you can study there for like hella cheap. Man. Thank you, Tanya, for the follow. You know what's wild? So apparently, I only recently learned this. In Japan, a lot of the ramen places are going bankrupt because like ramen in Japan is considered to be like a working man's kind of food, like a common person's kind of meal. So they have like an idea of like culturally they keep it at a significantly low rate. So like maybe around $7 to $10, I want to say, like USD. And so because you have food prices high, like raising in some areas, they can't keep up with like demand. And so they can't, and they also can't raise the prices because again, people don't consider it culturally to be something that is like what you'd consider like Japanese ramen here. Like there's so many, first of all, shout out to the ramen spots in Michigan. Shout out to the ramen spots in Michigan because I will pay whatever y'all want me to pay because the food is good. Okay. The noodles are good. Okay. Yeah. In Japan. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think it's been very interesting to see, and beautiful too. If you're not on Red Nose, Shanghai. Yeah, I think it's been very interesting to see, and beautiful too. If you're not on Red Nose, Shanghai Shoe. Red Note, then you should get on. Get you a little pen pal. Royal Rebel 45. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for the likes. We're almost at 17K. Thank you for everybody who's in the live. We're talking about mutual aid. We're trying to spread love, build community online here. Get you into Duolingo so you can learn that Mandarin. Or I'm not sure what the official language is of Thailand. Is it Taiwanese? I don't know. Or the Taiwanese people. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to say, like, if you're going to move abroad, get in with the culture, lock in, understand the laws. Okay? Tisha, thank you for the follow. Be respectful, but also get out. Get out while you still can. Okay? Get you a passport. Find you some friends. Figure out a way to lower your expenses in the States and save up a couple months. Because whatever you're spending here, it will go farther in other places. But again, be respectful. Okay? Yes, gather your medical documents. Gather all your documents. Make sure that you're aware of the laws. That's good. That's good. Tina the Truest, thank you for the follow. I've been on here for like an hour or two. I'm going to be on here maybe another 30 minutes. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for the likes and the gifts. I'm going to be back on here like pretty much every night. Michael, we already know that. Like people, okay, look, Michael, I'm going to give you a pass. I always tell people they got 2 comments. We're not looking for negativity here. We're looking for actual solutions. Of course, it's not going to be as easy as it sounds when you don't want to leave your home, but hell, it's not easy here if they don't give you the dignity, you know, as a person who goes to work every day, who wants to make a living, who wants to feed their family. It's not easy. Like nothing worth anything is easy, Michael. That's just common sense. Come on now. We need actual, come on. We need actual help here. More positivity, less whatever that is. Thank you for the follow. Yes, we know that moving abroad is not always easy. We don't do things because they're easy. We get out of our comfort zone because they're helpful and they're necessary. Thank you for the likes. We're almost at 19K. Thank you guys so much. Is there such a place? Culturally diverse, family-oriented, LGBTQ accepting, and affordable. I believe that there is. And again, I'm not looking for the perfect place. Don't get me wrong, y'all. The idea and the conversation that we're having here is not about, you're not looking for the perfect place. You're looking for better opportunity for you than right now. Where we're at in America in terms of cost of living and inflation and everything else, and people, and mind you, I'm someone who doesn't have children. Child free, gang. I'm someone who does not have children. And right now, thankfully, like, I'm very blessed to be in the situation that I'm in, especially coming off of being homeless. Like I said, I was homeless like literally a couple months ago, and I worked extremely hard. Okay. And I worked extremely hard after being homeless and living in vans, living in storage units. I worked extremely hard to pull myself out of that situation. And now I'm like, yo, it should not have to be this hard, especially if I'm working. Shit's crazy. And I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for y'all either. Like I said, whether you have the same political leaning or whatever, I see your humanity, and I want you and your family to be better off, even if it's a little bit better. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, look, on Shanghai Shu, on Red Note, little red book, all right? They are, thank you so much for the follows, you guys. They are astounded. The person that I'm talking to now, I'm blanking right now on her name, but I've been talking to some incredible people on Red Note who, that's another thing too. The educational system in China blows my mind. The how they learn is incredible, because they actually are giving them life skills. You know what I'm saying? There are people. Yeah, exactly. There are people here who didn't go to college because they couldn't afford it. It's not because they didn't want to. Yeah, the propaganda is wild. I'm not gonna lie, I had been propagandized when it came to a lot of other countries. Hell, when it came to even Africa. What did they tell you? Everybody lives in goddamn huts and shit. We all have, man. Like, in the same way that I want people to understand, like, so even we talk about, like, isms, right? Like, racism and all the other isms. I even have my own anti-blackness and like we've been indoctrinated into a system. It is okay to say that you have certain things that have impacted you, or certain biases that have like gone on for too long just because of how we were programmed. But now that you are older and wiser, and we have so many means of finding out the information, you know what I'm saying? There's no excuse anymore. We now know that people do live better lives outside of the United States, and yet it may not be easy always getting out. You may not be used to, because there's a lot of different luxuries, and I would say loosely on the idea of luxuries, because I feel like there's a lot of things that in the states that we have that we consider to be luxuries that are honestly hindrance to us. That it might be different living experience in a different country, but it might be better for you. Because I'm someone who believes that just because something is maybe an inconvenience doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. I think that we need more inconveniences in our lives. Because another thing too, we talk about like wealthier people. And again, I will reiterate, money is not inherently bad. Similar to drugs, it is a tool. It's a thing, and we can either use it or abuse it, type of thing. Be back. Thank you, Anonymous. Shout outs to you. Yes, so with money, right? It's neither good nor bad. It just so happens that the people who are attached to said tool are using the tools terribly. And it's because they've had a legacy of stupidity. It's like when you have like people who are inbred, when you're not spreading the wealth, when they've had no inconveniences in their life, they've had no trauma. And I don't mean that necessarily that trauma begets like experience in these things that like they're teaching tools. They've had nothing to really go off of that would teach them how to really be a part of the human experience, because everything, like at every point where they could have a real human experience and learn and grow just from being inconvenienced, then someone comes along and helps them. Thank you so much, Femi, for the roses. I'm sorry. Yeah, Femi9. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you guys for the gifts. Again, I totally understand if you can't give gifts. I appreciate just the interaction with the live. We're almost at 20K. But what was I gonna say? Yes, when it comes to wealthy people, and what I will say too with the wealthy people nowadays, they're not like the wealthy people of the past, right? They don't have the same decorum. They're not willing to give, even placate the working class that is their bread and butter, who makes them their money, who's continuing to make their money, right? They're not even willing to placate us. So that's out the window. They're very much like let them eat cake type shit, right? Type shit. But also, they don't have the same heart. Let's be real. They don't have the same heart. Oh, that's what I was trying to say before I got into this. What I was saying was we're being sold this idea of luxury and like and non inconvenience, but these luxuries that are like, oh, you don't have to go to the store and see a person. You don't have to be inconvenienced by talking to a person. You can just go to a kiosk and order or whatever, right? And those conveniences, quote unquote conveniences, right, are for people who don't actually live in real community. Most people actually want to go to a store and interact with people, or, you know, have the opportunity to live in communities where you can talk to one another. That's where you gain people skills. That's where you talk to people, you learn different things. You're in community with your neighbor. You can't ignore or escape your neighbor. That's a rich mindset where you are so cut off from everybody, where you don't have a neighbor. You don't want to be inconvenienced in any way. No, be inconvenienced. If I could tell y'all anything, because they're so disconnected completely. Yes, thank you for the follow, Queen Cottontail. Appreciate you. Oh, you're okay. So you're in Ghana right now. Yeah, go look. Be inconvenienced. Okay, be inconvenienced. I'm telling you, it'll help you grow. As someone, okay, I was talking about how I'm coming off of being unhoused, housing insecure for a couple of years, and then completely homeless for some months, living in a storage unit. As someone who went through that, I can tell you right now, that was a blessing. And I know that sounds crazy as hell, right? But I honestly believe, especially like, and I'm someone who practices ancestor veneration, so I never believe that I'm ever in any danger. But as someone who's been on the streets, like dead ass, I am so blessed that I now know how resilient I am. That I now know that if anything ever happens to me, that I got myself, right? That I got my own back. But also, I also learned how amazing everyday people are. And I'm not talking about people who have a lot of money. I'm talking about everyday people like us, people who don't have a lot, who would give you the shirt off their back if they could. I had so many people who weren't my family, who weren't my blood, help me out. Like, I know that there is good and there's real humanity out here on these streets, man. They just don't want y'all to know. That's what I'm talking about. In this live, we're talking about building community, like dead ass. We're talking about mutual aid. We're talking about giving y'all the things that y'all deserve, because you do deserve them. And it is okay to ask for help. Like, I know I have people joking in my live and trolls coming in and telling me some people begging and asking for help. It is okay to ask for help. In the same way that you need a mother to bring you up, in a community to build you up, you need that. We all need each other. And they just want us to think that we don't need each other. And that's crazy. Oh, you're on vacation. Oh, Chelsea, I'm sorry if I didn't get to say goodbye to you, but thank you so much for the live, for the likes, my bad. For the likes, thank you so much, and have a good night. Yeah, man, it's still setting, like, I'm still, like, in the process, like, really regulating my nervous system, because I was homeless. I was housing insecure for, like, 2 years after getting, illegally evicted from my house with my friends, with my roommates. We got legally evicted from there, and then I was couch surfing for a while. I did the whole like van life. Then I lived in a storage unit. Shit was wild, and I'm very blessed to have gone through that and gotten through that, and to have secure housing now, and to now be saving to move. And now I just really want to. Yeah, man, it was crazy. When I got so. Quick, because I've been going over this story over and over on this live, but they dressed up like straight up fake ass police, bro. And had we known our rights, that's another thing too, when you are moving abroad, and just in general too now, if you can take some time to really get into the laws, bro. Cause I'm really keen on wanting to know my rights even more so, because they dressed up like fake ass cops, bro, when they illegally evicted me and my friends. And also, it was like a two dads in their fucking soccer, like they hired some like outside company. This property management company they weren't even like based in Michigan. Shit was crazy. I've never gone through some shit like that in my life, and it was so disheartening and so dehumanizing. I wouldn't wish that shit on my enemy. Like, I would not wish that shit on my enemy, swear to God. But yeah, they dressed up like fake cops and everything. They had like the fucking what them vests and shit called? Came in and got our shit up out there. It was wild. Yeah, it took me, it's taken me some time. Whew. Like, I'm talking to y'all about it, and I can, like I said, I've been Black, queer, the intersectionality of my life. I've been in this body for a long time, so sometimes when I tell stories, it still takes a minute for me to hit it, Detroit, Michigan, break my yo, Detroit in the building, B. Oh, you're getting kicked, baby. You got one time to bother me, bro. You will get straight up blocked from my live. Anyways, yeah, with telling these stories and really putting my own story out there and telling people and helping them to understand, like, you will never know who's homeless out here. We really be out here just like incognito. Jay, you're getting kicked, baby. I don't have time. I'm about to keep going over this with y'all. That's good. Yeah, reconnect with your neighbors. Find community in each other, y'all. Like, we do not have to be alone. We're not meant to be alone. As someone who is a loner, like, I enjoy my alone time, but at the same time, I still know where to be helpful in my community. Yeah. Yeah, these are, my face tattoos are real. These are my tattoos. People always think they're half moons, but they're not. They are a rite of passage for me. They are a way for me to honor my ancestors. Thank you so much. $2 bill, 55. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the gifts, for the love. We are just here to build community online, to talk a little bit about mutual aid, talk about how even though this upcoming administration wants to be very divisive and wants to draw lines and really poke the bear, we're not about it, okay? I want everybody to live a good life and to have dignity, to be able to go to work and make enough money so that they can support their family. I'm not someone who has children, but as someone who's seeing how hard these moms out here working, these single mothers, the barbershop that I work at, it's a lot of single moms. Some of them are single. Some of them are single. Some of them are pretty much single parents because their spouses don't help out, dead ass. But shit's hard, man. And these are people who work every day. I don't think he's like that. I don't think he's really gonna do it. I agree. Here's the thing. When it comes to the T-Man, right? I think that he uses, in case in point, when it comes to trans people, right? When he really decided, it was like, oh, there's only two genders, even though that literally is not true, even scientifically, right? There's literally intersex people that have existed, two-spirited people, indigenous people who've talked about this over and over again, but we're not going to get into that right away. I don't think that he believes what he's saying. I don't think that he actually has like some real vendetta against trans people. I think that's just what his base is. That's what he's using to corral his base. But regardless, it's not okay to throw marginalized communities under the bus. And then we do have mass deportations that are going to be happening this week. So I'm so sorry about that. $2 bill. I'm sorry that you went through that. That's really fucked up. Were you with curious? I'm always people always talk about how they'll have partners before they got sick, and then their partners will leave them once they get sick, type shit. Yeah. And we're talking about also inconveniences. Life is full of inconveniences. I don't know why this is kind of taught to us, especially like the whole Western front, where you should not be inconvenienced. Life inconveniences you. It's okay to be inconvenienced. Sometimes it teaches you things. Maybe not in your case in terms of like, when it comes to like obviously having cancer and stuff like that. I'm so sorry that that happened to you, and I hope that you don't have like a crazy medical bills and shit right now. Sorry. Oh wow. It's Tara. I may have missed your comment before. Shout out to everybody who's in the live though. I'm gonna be ending here soon. It wasn't because I was sick, it was another reason. Okay. That still sucks. That's another thing too, like they want us to keep having children, but we have no foundations when it comes to specifically community, but when it comes to these relationships, a lot of us come from families where the foundation is not there. So we're building these homes on broken foundations. You have men who are out here like just because they don't want to deal with the person that they had a child with, they're just like, okay, I don't have a child anymore. Like, I'm not with this person anymore, so I don't have a child anymore, which is absolutely crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Well, and as someone too, like I grew up with a step parent, and I've only recently kind of had my biological father come back in the picture. And it wasn't his fault. He didn't actually know he was my dad until recently. But it's just crazy how some men can just walk the fuck away. Yeah. It takes a village to raise families, and I do feel like women specifically are finally getting to the point where they're like trying to live like damn near lionesses, where like women are grouping up, they're building communities that are alternative, they're buying plots of lands and buying houses so that they can live together and raise children the right way. Yeah. Yes, Karen, they are. They're for really reals. You like them? You like them, Karen? But yeah, cisgender, when it comes to a lot of cisgender relationships, where my ladies at? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I think if you don't have kids, you just search for child care anyways. Yeah, and then also, I didn't realize how much childcare was. There's a woman on here who her whole thing is that she's like a nanny, and she'll like go over like posts where like, you know, mothers and stuff will try and get her services, but they want like a nanny, they want an in-house cook, they want like a taxi service, and they want to do all of that for like $150 a week or something crazy. Yeah, I'm like, nah, because ideally if you're a nanny, that's like making big money if they can afford it. Childcare is expensive. I have no interest in having children, but I still have men to this day who will try and convince me that I'm waiting for the right man. If you watch my last video, I was talking to one of my clients, I'm a barber. Yeah. Yep. Easily 300 a day. Who, I had this guy sit in my chair telling me how, I just haven't met the right man. And also that, he got mad at me because I told him that I was thinking about getting a guinea pig. And he told me that for some reason he equated to having a child to having a guinea pig. And that eventually I would get tired of the guinea pig and want to upgrade to a whole ass human being. I was like, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Man, I have no interest in having children but also not because I don't like children. I think children are great, but also I don't want to bring someone into this type of situation. I don't know what the future holds, but I would never want to bring a child. And shout outs to the parents who are here and the kids that are here. You're here. You're a blessing. I'm glad that you're here. And ideally, the kids, especially that are growing up now, they're not waiting for progress, baby. They got next day shipping. They are not waiting for progress. And I think that they're really gonna, change the world. Because I don't really know what these rich, like these wealthier people in industry, these CEOs, you know, who are the arbiters of a lot of the things that have been going on right now. I don't know what their end goal is, because eventually you can only buy so much. And hell, you can only work so many hours. So, you know, what are we going to do when the money don't stretch, baby? Why don't you get a job and save and move abroad? Why do you assume that I'm not already doing that? Why do you have... Okay, first of all, that is the dumbest comment ever. Why do you assume So you're assuming that I'm coming on here with no money and just asking random people for money. No, if you've been in the live for long enough, you'll know that I'm also working to save, that this is just another avenue in which to do that, because we're talking about mutual aid and we're talking about everybody, right? You know what? I don't have time for stupid people today. I'm blocking everybody. I don't have time, because I just feel like it just wastes so much time having to keep it reiterating. You're new to the live and you want to, that's the question you want to ask first. And also, again, there is nothing wrong with asking for help, okay? Nothing wrong. I'm not ashamed to ask for help. Like I said, I'm someone who, I've been unhoused. I've been, like, what do y'all think that these fucking rich people do? They're constantly begging y'all for handouts. What do you think these tax breaks are? We're not doing it because we're so lovingly, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yes, it all helps. It all helps. Thank you guys for the likes. We are almost at 21K. I've been out here for like at least an hour and a half. I'm getting tired of hearing my own voice, but I'm really out here trying to build community. Again, I don't care what your political leanings are, as long as you're not somebody who is like, y'all already know who I'm talking about. Thank you, Breathe Abundance. Hell yeah, that's a great ass name, bro. Shout outs to Chris. Shout out to everybody who's in the live, hanging out. Like I said, amazing, resourceful, Miss Young. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. I'll be back every day. We just hanging out. We're talking about mutual aid. We're talking about how the new administration coming in is trying to divide and conquer, baby. And we're not about that. We're not about that at all. If you're like an American, especially if you're a person of color, you know that y'all been working. We've been working extra hard, okay? Everybody been working extra hard. Productivity work-wise has gone up in the last couple decades. Everybody's working hard. There is no such thing as being lazy. If you are not a trust fund kid, you are not lazy, okay? We see the playbook. Thank you so much, $2 bill. Appreciate you for coming by. Have a good night. I don't know what the time frame is for everybody and where they're at, but thank you so much for coming by. Anybody who wants to get in the comments and be obnoxious, just know you will get booted. I don't have time to give you the attention that your parents did not give you. I already see one lurking, so as soon as you make a comment, baby, you gotta go. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Chris. Have a good night, babe. I'll be back always. Again, if you didn't know, I'm an artist also. I have music on Spotify and Apple Music and SoundCloud and wherever you get your streaming services for your music set. I'm on all of those. I do ASMR. I do meditation. I do spicy audios for those of you, into that type of vibe. I have a YouTube channel. All my info and my things are in all my info and my things are in my bio. If you want to, get it cracking with the kid. Yeah. Yeah, I do spicy audios. My voice is like raspy now. How big is the broad you're moving? That okay, first of all, okay. We do have a MAGA friend in the comments, but you know what? You came in funny. So I'm gonna let you stay, but don't get spicy. The idea is to build community. We do not care about your political affiliation. We're just trying to stress that Americans overall are working hard. Everybody's working very hard. I am a working person, but the rent is too damn high, okay? So we want better for everybody. Yeah, exactly. He came in wild, but a little funny. Yeah, here's the thing. And even if you're with the T-man, as long as because I don't look, I'm not gonna get into all of it, right? But as long as you're being respectful in the live, that's fine. I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I'm just blocking people, okay? I'm not trying to fight with nobody. We're trying to build that ass community here. If the idea is to divide us, especially as a class, that's not what we're about. We're trying to help each other out. If you can see the humanity in me, I can see the humanity in you. That's where we're at right now. It's all about mutual aid, building community. And also, like, again, people don't realize, you can have a difference in opinion within reason, obviously, when it comes to people's humanity. If you don't believe that somebody should be alive or be in existence, that's a whole other thing. But you can have a difference in opinion and political, like, ideology, and still understand that, hey, I still want better for you. I want you to have, dignity in your life. I want you to be able to support your family and be able to get up every day and at least, not hate your life, That's all. That is all. Yeah, I think everybody's working as hard as they can, Peace out. Yeah, it's like almost 2 a.m. where I'm at. Okay, but I'm going to do my last shout outs. Thanks to everybody who was in the live. I am tired. I will be back tomorrow. This is a daily event. Thank you for supporting. If you want to see any of my artistry or anything, make sure you interact with my page. Links are in my bio. If you're on Shanghao Shu, Red Note, Little Red Book, I'm also over there learning Mandarin because we out here. Okay, just in case to get banned again. They also have lives on Shanghao Shu. So if you're really about it, go over there, get you a pen pal. See how the other side of the world is living, y'all, because they can afford groceries. They can afford groceries. But anyways, thank you so much. Stay up, stay blessed, okay? And keep your head up, okay? That's the one thing. They wanna destroy your peace. They want to make it so you're destitute. They want to instill fear in you. They want you to be so anxious every day. And I don't want that for you. I love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.